Hey friends, I'm gonna be real quick. I always say that, and I'm not trying to lie. It's the truth. I'm trying. But today, now this one's not for everybody. Okay, let me tell you right off the bat what it is. That way you can turn me off real quick if it won't help you. I'm gonna share today um being fearful of something you have done prior to starting to walk with the Lord. Um, so this will be for babies. This will be for little babies, just young in the Lord. Just wonderful, wonderful way to be. So, say you've decided, uh, I'm ready for some change in my life. I think I'm going to give the Lord a try. I want to get to know Him. And you're starting on that journey. And say you get to walking with Him, study and learn a little about Him. You find out, man, I'm seeing something here. That's the way I found myself. And I'm going to say probably about a good year, year and a half, maybe even 2 years. I can't quite remember. Something started coming to me. I was very, very fearful of this. What started coming to me was I started thinking about some things I had done before I started walking with the Lord. Um, and one of them, one of the things was I had done something and somebody knew about it. And I started feeling real afraid that this person might tell on me or this would come out in the open. And I had done something against my husband, my second husband. Because I was married, I was walking with the Lord. And so I was feeling very, very scared. I didn't know what to do. So I'm going to tell you what I did, and this is what I want to say you can do, is I went to the Lord, and I just started saying, what about this, Lord, that I've done? What do you do when you start walking with Him, and you got some stuff in your background, junk in your trunk, as they say, you know? Uh, you know, I'm going to say the majority of people that come to start getting to know the Lord, they ain't coming to Him because everything's perfect in their life. If it was like me, I was coming to Him because I was busted and tore up. I was hurt. I was full of sin. I was just doing whichever thing I wanted to do. So that's how I started walking with Him. And then what happens when you think about these things? Because He starts changing your heart and the way you think about things. And those things you did back there in the past, they might not have bothered you before, but they might start coming up and bothering you. And the Lord might bring it to your attention too, because He already knows. He already knows all about it. Maybe nobody else does. So that's kind of what I wanted to share, is about, I'm going to put my flannel on. It's a little chilly. They said it's supposed to snow this weekend. I don't know. Anyway, all right. I just went to the Lord. And I admitted to Him. I told Him all about it. Even though He already knew, He had never heard it out of my mouth. He had never heard me admit that and tell the truth about what I had done against my husband. And my husband sure didn't know about it. So I started talking to the Lord about it. And I felt very sad and broken and afraid. Because here's what. Now, before I tell you this, if you go to the Lord like this, you got something, I can't tell you what the Lord might have you to do in your situation. I only can tell you what the Lord has had me to do. And it's been different according to which situation it was. But for this one I'm sharing with you, the Lord said, it's come time. Time to tell your husband the truth. Okay, I pleaded with the Lord for quite some time. Lord, please, is there any other way? I can't tell him this, Lord. I can't. He's going to leave me. He'll leave me. And the Lord never answered those worries I had. He just said, just trust me. Just trust me. You got to do this. Because I was afraid, that this will come out. It was a big thing. And so it come that day. Man, I couldn't done it on my own, y'all. It took the Lord giving me the strength and the courage to own up to something that was a secret. So I did it. I told him I'll never forget that day. Because I knew as soon as I told him, he might say, see ya. Might call it quits right then and there. So I told him, sitting out on the porch. And he didn't say nothing. He left. He stayed gone 2 or 3 days. He didn't talk to me. He didn't text me back. Here I am weeping for 2 or 3 days. I'm bawling my eyes out. Bawling my eyes out for what I had done. Bawling my eyes out for how I'd hurt my husband. Bawling my eyes out because I was scared he wasn't going to come back to me. We wasn't going to make it through it. He went and stayed with his grandma. And anyways, he came back. He did. But he wasn't sure he could forgive me. And it, for quite some time, he might not have meant to, but he was hurt. He held it over my head. And so after some time, I'd get frustrated, He's holding us over my head, The Lord just tried to let me know, this takes time in Mark's heart. Got to trust me, Misty. All right, so I just kept trying to trust the Lord. And anyway, he was always one-upped to me. But anyway, the Lord worked that out. And the Lord worked that out. And he did this one thing, but so many other things, y'all. I couldn't even figure out this amazing things all he did through that. But one of the things he did is help me to learn I could trust him, because he already knows what's going to happen. He's already got a plan for your life. Just to trust him. The other thing is it took such a weight and a burden and stress off me that I didn't have this hanging over my head, this sin, this great big sin hanging over my head. I didn't know what to do with it. Nobody'd ever explained to me, what to do in this kind of situation. Because it happens. You come to the Lord, your whole life might be full of sin. You might even done something that if somebody found out about you, you might go to jail. I don't know. That's between you and the Lord. That's what you're carrying around heavy. I'm telling you, that's what I'm here to tell you today. You can go to the Lord. All right? I'll just be real quick and tell you another situation of something I had done 3 to 5 years before I started getting to know the Lord and walking with him. As that came across my mind, and I felt real sorry for it, and I just hated who I used to be, and I was so thankful to the Lord for changing my heart. But what am I supposed to do about this back here, Lord? I said, do I need to go to this person and own up to what I did that don't nobody know about but me and you? And he didn't want me to do that for that situation. He didn't want me to go. It was enough in that situation that I was honest before the Lord, and I admitted it. I told him about it, talked it out, and the Lord forgave me. And there again, he lifted that weight off of me. These things I'm telling you, the Lord wants you to be able to lay your head down at night and have peace. These are some of the things that happens. This is how the Lord does this, y'all. So this is just who I'm sharing for today. Anybody that, the things you got hanging over your head that's weighing you down, you've done wrong, that might be what drives you to the Lord. That might be. It might be that you just on your knees. You've made a mess of your life. Whatever the case may be. I'm telling you, you can go to him any which way. And these are just some of the things that happened with me with my past after I come to the Lord. I just wanted to share, you can do that. You can. You can go to the Lord. He knows what to do. He'll show you what to do. He'll direct you. He'll guide you. And the greatest thing is that He'll never leave your side right through every step of it. You might have burned bridges with other people. People might have give up on you. You might have give up on yourself. But you can have some hope today because the Lord, He's faithful. He'll be there. So that's just what I want to share today about that. I hope that helps somebody. And I'm just, hard times, big problems, bad things. But man, it was starting a journey back then. I don't know where I'd be today. It's starting a journey back then of being honest before the Lord, trusting Him, doing what He tells me to do. He's got me. He's got you if you want Him to. So, I love y'all. I hope it helps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.